Okay, here we go. So yeah, today we're gonna continue with our crusade to get all the fish, but we're gonna do it on Extreme Worlds because why not? What time is it? 3 o'clock. I've got a football game to watch at 8. What in the laggy McBasin? Right, yeah, so we're going to do this, we'll do this through the Corvette, especially through the freighter, especially as I've probably got some stuff waiting to be collected. Everything green, yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, a bit there. What's a subscriber? Okay. So why was my ship upside down then? That was weird. My freighter. So what we're looking for essentially in this search is planets that have water and offer the activated version of whatever chemical. Let's go with like more planets in the system. I can see like green and red stars because I think they tend to have. That doesn't matter actually. I think any system would have potential. Doing it this way means that I can fish to my heart's content whilst also working towards the extreme milestone. Unbreakable, whatever it is. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think green is probably the best system type to go for. Though, you know, I suppose we find a gas giant system might also help me. Oh, you're the one. You're the one with the extreme storms. Excellent. So you get the activated emerald, activated indium, activated quartzite, whatever, on extreme planets, and that's what we're looking for. So we've got 3 planets. We want more bites of the cherry. I think green can tend to have. I'm trying to go for no extreme planets here. Yeah, the red ones seem to be, yes, what's the 3-star economy with water? That's something I keep forgetting to do. I should probably do it here. cobalt we're out of, or ferrite dust? Cobalt. Loads of ferrite dust. Did I see cobalt on that list? I did, yeah. Well, not much of it, but yeah.
Product received.
Cool. So you want water planet, and again, it's not extreme. So trying to find water planets that are also extreme. Don't mean like water worlds, I just mean planets that have water, kind of thing. I'm trying to go green, because I know that green can generally have more there. It generally has the more unusual planets. Off the back of that extreme bizarre planets. Again, it's just got the emerald, activated emerald. So the parched moon is the extreme planet there. Only 2 planets. So if we want to go to a system, I want to go to one that's got a number of planets, so that there's more bites of the cherry, essentially. Find an extreme planet with water.
Technology recharge.
Excuse me. Activated emerald, cloudy. Okay. Hey, I've still got a few to find on that biome. If I'm pretty honest though, only the legendaries. Well, we've got 3 legendaries to get here, so God, I know how this fishing goes. Bionic lures. Wait, what? 58 of them. Oh, do you know what? I really can't be bothered to go through the sheer amount resource gathering I've got to do to make, so we're just going to make a bunch of them. There we go. Wish there was more like sails and stuff. I'd really like to have some big sails in here. I've seen people put them on, but on PC they can resize these things. But on PlayStation I cannot. It's really a shame. I'm trying to think what other things I can put out that. I was like building there. How about you? What did he say? Something about put down something that can change his colour. swear my ship just despawned whilst I was in the middle of place or something. Love that. Damn. I wanted to find some form of netting. That would be great. Awful. Why would you not let me put it there? All right. There he is. Now, unfortunately, the only fish that I've got to catch on this particular biome are 3 legendary fish, so we might be here a while. I've optimised the bait, so I'm going to go with that probably in relatively deep water. Oh, hang on, there's a way that we do this so that we can... Oh, we'll go lower than that. Whoa, my manoeuvrability's gone. Still hasn't given me my fucking technology back. Very annoying. Yeah, they were keeping that cloudy, were they? It's all just gone. It's like it's gone for good. I had this thing up to over 1,000 manoeuvrability. Oh no, it's my other ship's manoeuvrability king, but this... I don't know, maybe I need to... So I found a foolproof way of getting this boat to be low. Oh, we're just doing the fall. We're doing the fall, are we? Okay, cool. I can live with that. Cool. That's, yeah. None of this skydiving nonsense, let's just fall. Wow, I let me call it a lot earlier than it normally does. Okay. So, as this is an extreme world, we summon that bad boy. Completely failed to jump on it, like we always do. Yep. Back up, please. There we go. And then we put the extreme milestone above. We should see it. This is an extreme planet, but it's got activated. Emerald activated is what you get from extreme worlds. Whoa. Okay, that's really thrown me. Yeah, I thought this planet was an extreme planet. I guess not. Well, I mean, there's no reason for me to be on there then. Hey, Mr. Black. Innit? I mean, there's an extreme weather planet detected. But apparently this isn't it. Emerald, 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 emerald. Activated emerald. That makes me think that this is the extreme planet, but apparently the fuck not. Well, screw it. I've got 3 fish to catch on this planet. Unfortunately, it's 3 of the 4 rarest fish on this planet. I've got all the other fish. But I've got 3 legendary fish to catch. But I've got the right bait for it. Wait, I'm sorry. Who? What now? Huh? But that's not what this biome is. Wait, does this water exist? Did you see that? I didn't... Oh, get up. No. Come on, give me information. Give me information on my screen. Tell me things. Tell me the pH. Tell me the heat. Tell me the temperature. Why aren't you doing that? 19 degrees C. What kind of protection am I currently using, game? Come on, answer that question to me. Also, why when I fall in the water do I just fall? Why am I walking around? What's going on with this planet? This planet's fucking weird. It says it's extreme, it's saying extreme weather detected, but my extreme things aren't going down. The water apparently doesn't exist, and I'm catching toxic fish in a It's not telling me any information. It's not giving me the information I need on my screen. Extreme storm, but it's 19 degrees C. What the hell is going on? What? Bottom left of my screen. Information. Shields. What is happening? What is happening on this planet? Give me that information. Which hazard protection is currently being used? What's my temperature? What's my health? Why is that none of that information on my screen? It should be showing me, even if you're on a toxic planet and there's no toxicity happening at the moment, it will still be showing you your HP bar, and it will be showing you a toxic protection module above it. And it would also be telling you the toxicity and the radiation of the planet that I'm on. These things don't seem to be happening. Extreme storm. The information came up briefly. Very briefly. There we go. Finally. Extreme storm.
Technology recharge.
It's an extreme storm. So that tells me I'm on an extreme planet. So I couldn't give a fuck about my... There we are. Okay, so my extreme conditions thing is going up. But is that only for the storm? Oh, the game's being fucking weird today. This is me pushing the button to switch my weapons. Bolt caster, terrain. Do you want to? Okay. What the fuck is going on? Oh, I don't know.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
That's not going to cut it. So. It never displays the information that you want it to be displaying to you at this moment. Thank you. And it's not going up. Okay, so this planet's not going to do. Cool. That was a lot of fucking about just to find out that, yeah, this is not the planet you were looking for. Like, I have a few pet peeves with this game. One of them, and probably the most important one for me, is the game changing your active quest just constantly, especially in the early part of the game when you've got a lot of different quests going on. You complete a milestone or you start a different quest, and it just you can have a GPS coordinate that you are flying towards for your active mission, then suddenly it disappears, and you're like, well, why's it disappeared? And you look in your quest log and it's like, oh yeah, you've got a fucking exosuit chart in your inventory, you should use that. It's like, but I'm in the middle of doing a quest and you're changing the quest on me. And then there's the forced combat scenario with pirates. I don't like that. It's not so much forced, but when you jump into a system and there's a pirate fight going on or whatever, like there's a bunch of pirates attacking a civilian freighter or something, but they're not attacking the civilian freighter, they're attacking you the moment you arrive in the system. And when you are in combat, your radar on your ship, where you're looking for the planets or whatever, doesn't show the planets, it shows the enemy ships. Sometimes I'm just jumping from system to system and I'm just trying to scan the planets looking for a particular kind of planet, like I am at the moment. And that happening prevents that, which is just delightful. The only thing you can do is either kill all the pirates or find the station and fly to that land and then fly back out again, and then you can scan the planets, which is why I like using the freighter to explore. Oh yeah, and if you even consider learning any form of new technology, recipe or anything, they automatically pin it and make it your active quest. I'm like, oh, I need to go to, where do I need to go? What? Why do I need chromatic metal? What? Oh, you want me to make something? Gamma, fungal mold. It's a lot of water planets, but none of them have any extreme weather. I'm trying to find, like, I was on the planet yesterday for heat. Obviously, we've got hot planets covered. Oh god, don't get me wrong, I love the game. Like I say, it's the games that you love that have the most potential to piss you off at times. Do you know what I mean? Because it's something that you really enjoy that's just irritating you in that moment, and it feels worse than when a game you're not particularly enjoying pisses you off, because you can just be like, well, fine, I just won't fucking play it. But this game I will continue playing, so I'm just there, get frustrated or whatever, because it's just like, just work. Do what you're supposed to do. Okay, that would qualify. That would in fact qualify. Okay. That would qualify. See, there's this really cool thing, there's this really cool mechanic that they've got in place now that we never used to have. Never used to have this. But once you complete the 5th star of Sentinel combat, you deactivate the Sentinels on that planet. So I'm going to go fishing on an extreme Sentinel world, and then I'm going to deactivate the Sentinels, and then I'm just going to be on an extreme world that has no real issues. But that does mean I've got to fight the Sentinels first. God, the maneuverability on this is trash. You're the one, but I can't see where the water is, so let's go to the light side of the planet. No, not frost crystal. Storm crystals is what you're thinking of. And it doesn't tell you that they have storm crystals when you're in space. So the things you are looking are the... So that planet I was on, it wasn't an extreme planet, but it did have extreme storms. And the one theme that runs through all these planets, you can find extreme planets that don't have storm crystals, for example. I've seen that, it's weird. But the one thing they do all have in common is activated emerald, activated cadmium, activated copper, activated indium, activated quartzite. All of them have that, whether it's an extreme planet or just a planet that has extreme storms. There we are, least hospitable planet. Look at that. Beautiful. Schmecksy. Right, do we ditch the Sentinels or just go fishing and see what happens? Now,
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
the problem we have with this planet, it looks like is that it was a bit misleading. It looked like there was a big open ocean body of water, but it's not. And now my visibility is about to go off a cliff. So, well, shit, it's not very deep, is it? Damn. Oh, okay, that's a good place to go. That will probably be my deepest portion. In fact, that's ideal actually, because we land it here and then we summon the ship to the water, which puts it lower down in the water. Yeah, that's the theme that runs through them. Is they have it's the extreme nature of the weather that. Wow. So yeah, we've got a double whammy here. This is a double extreme. We've got extreme sentinels and extreme weather. So, you know, there's that. Right, where's the cliff? It's that way. Okay. So we summon my ship there, and this point will probably be about as deep as we can get fishing. And it's not going to be very deep. Oh, 19. That's not very deep at all. Shit.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
I'm fishing, motherfuckers. Let me catch this fish and then I'll... Yes. Let me catch this fish and then I'll teach you a lesson in manners. Right. Where are you, prick? Oh, here they come.
Warning. Sentinel combat unit deployed.
In order of importance, the guys who repair, the guys who call more sentinels, and then the actual sentinels themselves. Just putting that out there. These little fuckers, they are first to die. Find those little bastards and kill them. Because they make combat absolute pain in the ass. Yeah, I've got lots of modifications on it.
Sentinel force.
Bitch. Fucking using a geology cannon on me, that's downright rude. Use the green canisters to keep your health charged up.
Warning. Sentinel warfare detected.
Who the fuck is shooting at you? figure it out in a minute and he'll get to me.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Oh, come on, dude. Figure it out. Get to me. I need you to not die. He's trying to get to me, but he's underground.
Warning. Sentinel Walker detected. Technology recharge.
Cool. Oh, I've got a bunch of fish to catch on this biome. He's huge, but he's also dead. Where is it? I never find the piece I'm supposed to shoot for this. Where's you? No? Maybe just give it to me. I have a Walker Brain on me? Oh, I do. Okay. Right. Cool. So looks like this is going to be one where we only get it during the extreme storms, and there's just no depth to this water at all. But let's get some toxic fish. Hey, Doc. Wait, actually, the timer isn't going up, is it? High security. So am I only going to get some action in the storms? Oh my god.
Weather warning.
Yes and no. I mean, I think I got it when I killed him, but sometimes it doesn't come off straight away. There'll be a casing with a Walker Brain in it. But check your inventory if you sometimes you get it from the fight, sometimes you get it afterwards. But you know, after you've killed one, check your inventory. If you've got a walk brain, great. If you haven't, just look at the big. One of them will let you mine it, or shoot it, or whatever. It's just yeah. I think because I was hitting him with the plasma launcher, I think I blew it all up in one hit. If you're shooting him with like a bolt caster overall, then you probably won't. But I was paralysing him and then essentially lobbing grenades at him. This is an extreme storm. Holy shit. Okay, right. Game. Give me what I want. Extreme planet. This is not it. Wow. Red on 2 counts, and it's not counting it as extreme. That's a shame. Yeah, it's a walker. I got his brain, basically. Come on, Extreme World. Maybe I'm getting this wrong. Maybe it just tells me when I scan. I feel like green system. I really do feel like green systems are the way to go to get the more extreme stuff. Well, that and the dark web. Give me extreme. Well, now you're throwing my fucking activated comes on extreme planets just completely out the window, so maybe not then. Because it's not saying extreme planet detected. See, this is the thing, it's especially, you know, did their fearsome storms activate their stellar metals? So, do you know what? Let's see. Is that verdant planet extreme? I don't fucking think so. I do not think so. I don't think there's any universe where that particular planet is going to be an extreme planet. There's no way. No shot. Yeah, for the conflict scanner and for one of the modules to put on your... So, Mr. Verdant Planet, you're extreme, are you? Well, let's get to the... Yeah, okay, right, fair. I should have realised that it wouldn't let me do that. I always like to fly into the light side of the planet so I can actually see where the fuck I'm landing. Extreme weather planet detected. I mean, I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Not one tiny bit. I mean, that is some fucking cool lightning, but I still don't believe you. Still don't believe you. I mean, the timer's going up. What the fuck? But it's a verdant planet! Oh, what is the... Timer is going up. I mean, that is a fucking puddle if ever I've seen one. Pretty sure I was aiming for the ocean, but I missed. Oh, wait, what? Where did that just come
Weather
from?
update. Storm clearing.
So again, it's only going to be during the storms. And honestly, this being a verdant planet, I'm pretty sure I've got... What have we got to get from verdant? Oh, okay. Deep water, deepest of water, storm, deepest of water. Okay, so... Alright, let's see if we can find an ocean. Could be, that might be as deep as it gets, if I'm honest. Seeing land all the way around. I've got the ambassador cockpit because it's just like a glass dome. It's not the prettiest looking cockpit from the outside, but from the inside it's by far and away the best. Wait, are you actually going to let me do that? I can summon my boat from my boat? Would have thought it. Not expecting that. Oh. The ability to never fucking... How deep are we going? 40. Not great. Yeah, the ambassador stuff is all like white walls. You know, it's the luxurious looking stuff, I suppose. Titan is like more utilitarian, and then Vulture is more like kind of a raider feel about it, I guess. So you can get a bit of variety in my depths. I get to tell me my depths. 37. Oh, come on, game. 39. Stop going away!
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Vital information that I'm trying to gather, and it just keeps disappearing off my screen. I mean, is there fucking setting for that? Is there something I'm missing where, like, can you just stop removing the information off my screen when I really need it for this? HUD enabled. Yeah. Yeah, enabled. Okay. Accessibility. Is it under this? It's all fun and games till the weather actually starts to affect the skiff that I'm on. There's a fair to middling chance I'm going to end up falling off this boat. Exactly, and it's like, I don't know, I wish it just stayed, like, especially if you're actively fishing, you know, you need to know your depth when you're fishing. That's an important part of catching all the fish.
Technology recharge.
But, I mean, you know, I've got some fish to catch from this biome. At least one of them's from a storm. Might have just got him, actually. And whilst there's a storm, do my milestone minutes. Fish escaped? Where the fuck did the fish just... How? What? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, when you stand still, that's the problem, but when you're fishing, you stand still. Whoa, calm yourself. Now I'm fishing in the water. You can't actually do, like, you can't cast, but if you end up in the water, so be it. Come on, go green so I can get back on my boat. Come on, bite, you fucker. I want to get back on my boat. Thank you. Before that fucking... Did you see that, motherfucker? I swear he was coming straight for me. That guy was coming straight for me. I got out of the water just in time, I'm convinced of it. He was big, and those are the underwater predators. Yeah, it don't do the waves very well. So yeah, with this scenario, it being all what it is, the best thing for me to do would be
go near land, and then I can fish from land during the storm. Fish from land during the storm. But they want deep water, and I'm not finding it. And unfortunately, it won't tell me my depths when I'm on the Corvette. Fishing woes. Did I catch that stormfish? Daylight hours during a storm. No, I didn't. I need depths. I thought he's covering it. Really don't. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I'm getting it straight away, but the stream is a few seconds behind live. So like, you send your message, I see that message, that pops up instantly for me. I don't necessarily immediately see it, but it shows up on my OBS immediately for me. And then obviously I've got the chat transmitted, though it's not very clear on the top right of the stream, but my stream is like 15 to 20 seconds behind live, so I see it, but it doesn't show up on the stream for you guys until, yeah. So I get the chat live, but the stream itself that I'm transmitting is a little delayed. More so on YouTube than on Twitch. I will say that Twitch is a bit closer to live. YouTube can sometimes be up to like 30 seconds behind, or even longer.
But like, hang on a sec. Let's see if I can do this. If I show it like that. Give me just a sec. Where is it? Where did that just go? Is that it? That's it. Okay, yeah. So if I open that. Yeah, I was just remembering to do that. But now that I know the depths, you know, it's... Okay, so if I now close that and I go sources plus image, okay, browse, was it? Documents, screens. Okay, so that's what I see. That's what I see when I'm streaming. Do you see what I mean? So on the right hand side, that's live, so when you type it, it immediately comes through for me. But then in the center pane, that chat window there, it's live for me on the OBS, but by the time it gets over to YouTube, it's like 15-20 seconds, like you say, delayed. But that's all my information, Twitch feed, sources, scenes, all that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. How do I remove that? Yes. Okay. Thanks for the stream. I'm sure there are easy ways to do that, but you know. That's a thought. I could leapfrog, couldn't I? From one to the other. Okay, we're gonna head out that way. Head over to my ship. Right, well, okay. There's going to be a storm coming up soon, and I want to be standing on land to fish from there. So if I put my skiff over there. There. Oh, yeah, that's going to be very annoying having to do that each time. Yeah, well, see, that's the other thing, is my big old TV that the game I'm actually playing is on is in front of me, and then to my immediate left is my PC screen with all that information on it, which I used to have a big secondary TV that was at like a 45-degree angle to the one in front of me. But that died. Eventually I'll probably get a replacement for it, but I'm back to my PC screen, which is 90 degrees and immediately to my left. Yes and no. Yeah, it normally does, but there is a... I would imagine I have it installed. I don't have it installed. Why aren't you installed? What?
Weather warning. Storm.
This isn't exactly filling the prerequisite of deepest possible water. .4 used. Oh, the timer's going up again. There's a fish that I need to catch in a storm, so this is that. In fact, I took on a fresh joint, so probably going to put auto catch on for a bit. So yeah, if you want to play hands-free, you can, because this game thinks of pretty much everything. Put the controller down and all I have to do is cast every now and again. Whilst my hands are busy. So obviously fishing on land during a storm, maximum stability kind of thing. Thing is, what I'm looking for are planets where it's extreme all the time, so that I can fish out on the skiff when it's all calm, but I'm still making these milestone minutes because it's really hot, or it's really cold, or it's really toxic, or it's really radioactive, or something like that. And then I can stand on the ship, not being exposed to that storm, and it being all chill. Because obviously standing on land, I'm not getting deep water, and that's what I need. So that's why I need to find the planets that are extreme all the time, so it's constantly running that down, and then I can just, whilst there's a storm going on, I can fish from the relative comfort and safety of my Corvette. Well, the final milestone is 32,000 minutes. That's in-game minutes, obviously, not real-life minutes, but it comes out to, the grand total is, I think it's about 12 hours.
Thermal protection falling.
Ooh, yeah, it's falling.
Technology recharge.
Hello. Oh, I've already got you, though. I'm pretty sure. I think it's the medium, the large, and the... I don't know. I'll double check a bit. That's a legendary. I mean, you know, I don't spend the whole time fishing. I've got like on my other account that I was doing Platinum Run with, I had an ideal planet to do it on because it was listed as extreme, even though it was just, it got hot and it got cold, but it didn't really, there was no danger there, do you know what I mean? And that was what I was using to salvage ships, so then I'm spending a lot of time exposed to those extreme elements, and so the time went pretty quickly. We're going to mix things up. I think after storm's over, we're going to skedaddle from this planet because it's, again, not really what I'm looking for. Especially as one of the fish I've got to catch is in a storm, and I think it's in deep water. And there's the whole fishing on gas giants that I'm kind of not looking forward to. Didn't enjoy my gas giant experience. But maybe I'll find a better one. Or indeed, a worse one. I have this uncanny ability I have to lose something that was in my hands just seconds ago. Okay. Let's move on from here and see if we can find a planet that's extreme all the time. You can get some good resources out of there. Salvage frigate modules, storage augmentations for your ship, that kind of stuff. Multi-tool upgrades. So we want water, but we want... Yeah, it's not really a nanites and units making thing, it's more the other things that you can pick up in there that are really useful. And some of them can get quite intense as well. What did you have to fight in there? Did you have like nothing to really fight? Or did you have to fight robots? Or did you have like the bugs? Oh, the bugs is bad. Sometimes there can be hundreds of them in there to kill. Just so you know, also derelict freighters are unique to each system. So if you find a derelict freighter in one system, if you find another one in that same system, it will be identical to the one you found. But if you go to a different system, you'll find something more, a bit different. Whatever. It says there's water, and I mean, yeah, there's water. Just 6 planets, only one of them had water. Boo. Yellow one. Yeah, they're all cold. Yeah, I did one a couple of weeks ago, and it had this huge room with loads of like little antechambers and all this kind of stuff, and in that entire room there wasn't a single heater. It was very annoying. Let's keep running up the stairs to the nearest room with a heater and come back down and explore a bit more. Okay, we've got 4 planets to have water here. Okay, we've got a paradise planet. Cool. Yeah, alright. Tropical planet. Okay. Acrid and fiery dread world. But again, it's just copper, 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 copper. There's nothing extreme about. Wait, is it cool? Oh, that's the one called Rain Toad. Okay. Yeah, I mean, fungal mold, selenium, and then yeah, stubble. Like, there's a couple of biomes we haven't fished yet, but those extreme worlds. Again, I really feel like green is the way to go. Yeah, they can be quite big. It's the it's going to be the same as the one we just at. It's going to be not extreme unless there's a storm going on. Blue. Let's try blue. Red and blue are going to give you more chance over yellow. Yellow's more like our sun. A good thing to do is spend time doing missions in, like, settle down in a system, start doing missions in the station, especially the merchants and the explorers guild, because as you raise your standing you can speak to the guild dude at the back of the station, and sometimes they'll just give you a frigate module or a storage augmentation or something like that. Only one planet with water, not a lot of that. We'll do a few blues. And also your fleets, when you send them out, they'll occasionally pick up storage augmentations. Sorry, frigate modules. I'm actually complete on the frigate modules, there's nothing else I can learn. We've learnt it all. Nothing else to do. Well, I mean, colours, but yeah, big whoop. They cost nanites anyway. I mean, I could buy them all. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45,000 nanites. I could have all the colours. Yeah. None of the colours really go with this ship apart from red, because the red lights are persistent to the ship. Okay. Alright. That's got potential. I might have to do the Sentinel fight again. Speaking of Sentinel fight, might we get some more of that? How much ammo have I got? A shitload. It's all going to come down to, does the timer go down outside of a storm? Oh my God. Right, the thing I was talking about earlier, but I realised didn't have, is that the launch auto charger. So basically, the sun, solar panel charging of your launch thruster. Yeah, through the mission guy and the guild guy.
Technology installed. Technology installed. Technology installed. Technology installed. Technology installed. Technology installed.
Shit, I apparently didn't have installed. You? Why don't I have you installed? It's crazy. I'll do. Yeah. So looking for the Hyperborean planet. Dusty, boiling. Sorry, what now? Oh, there you are. Okay, first things first, light side of the planet. Oh, that's more inhospitable than the last one we were on. Okay. Gotcha. Well, we've got depths. Whoa. Also just lost all visibility. Oh, well, you know. Two things I don't do, or try not to do. I don't land on the dark side of the planet, and also when there's a storm going on, I'm like, yeah, I'll wait. Right, extreme weather. Is it extreme though, or are you just saying that? It is extreme. Okay, so this is perfect. This is perfect. I can stand here fishing in the cold, and then when the extremeness happens, I just jump on the ship. Like when the storm happens, I just jump on the ship.
Weather warning. Incoming
Oh,
storm.
God, yeah, especially if it's a fucking blizzard. Those are the worst. Of all the different storms, only because when I was doing my survival run, the only thing that ever killed me was a blizzard. And my God, did it kill me. It's all about visibility. I mean, even with it being daylight and with there being no storm at the time, my visibility was pretty low coming into... Let's go a bit higher. Wait, have I still got auto catch up? do. Okay. I was on a trading outpost on a planet, you know, the ones with the 3 landing platforms and the trade terminal in the middle. And I used my jetpack to go from the center just over to one of the landing pads, and there was a blizzard on. That thing picked me up, launched me up into the air, and I could not tell up from down. The screen was just basically white. And then I got slammed into the ground really hard, which like critically damaged a bunch of things and really hurt me. And then the storm picked me up again and then slammed me down again and killed me. Because obviously in survival, you can carry less resources, you take more damage, things are more expensive to repair, things are more expensive to buy. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like, you can play this game on something called abandoned mode as well, and you can play on survival with abandoned mode. Nice. And abandoned mode is like there's no life. Like there's no. I mean, there's creatures, but there's no Gek, there's no Vy'keen, there's no Korvax. You can't buy anything from space stations because there's no civilization to buy from. There's permadeath mode. You know, you die, you just start again. Oh, I didn't have a fish hook then. What an idiot. So obviously my milestone minutes aren't going down right now, but then I can fish on calm waters in my skiff, fishing rig, whatever. Have the minutes go up then once the storm clears. Because as you can see with what the water's doing, I would not want to be on the skiff right now. Yeah, because obviously you can't buy resources. If you need resources, you have to farm them, you have to grind them, you have to get them yourself. You know, and there are tricks to refining and things like that, so you can make things last and make, you know, get more out of things. But yeah, I mean, you know, resources are a bit more scarce, and like I say, you can't buy them. If you would ever jump off of that without just jumping down. Come on. What depth are we fishing at? 53.8, not bad. So yeah, this is what we're looking for, is a planet like this where I can get those minutes up, and all I have to do is pop in an ion battery every now and again. And because I'm out in the middle of the ocean, guess what? No sentinels. If I go over to that island, guarantee a sentinel will spawn by me. Or that one. But I'm far enough away that any sentinels that would be on an island or whatever, they do go out onto the water a bit, but they don't go this far out into the water. I wouldn't say guarantee, but I mean pretty much, yeah. they only spawn over land. So like when you arrive at a planet, it's not like there's X amount of sentinels all spread out all over the place. They spawn by you. There's no sentinels on this planet essentially right now. In this moment in time, there isn't a single single sentinel anywhere on this planet, because I'm not close enough to land to spawn one. Because obviously that's just way too much information for the game to hold, you know. There are this many sentinels on this one particular planet. Oh, by the way, there are 16 quintillion planets, so let's just get all that information stored. You know, it's procedurally generated. There's a lot that happens. The buildings aren't set. Once you've found them, they're set. So in some ways, this game is kind of getting bigger all the time. Yeah, I mean... you see how I fight. Let's get the multi-tool out. So let's have a look at what we got. I don't actually have that much on it. I've just got the bolt caster, barrel ionizer, and then these I got from killing sentinels from these salvage glass. There we are. There's a sentinel weapon shard, so I'll put that on there. Well, there we are. I just made my bolt caster even better. Yeah, so and that and that are both supercharged. So you know, 3% damage, 2% damage, plus 47% fire rate and minus 31% reload time. A bigger clip size, 35% cooldown on the burst, more shots per burst, and then an even faster fire rate, and then more fire rate and reduction in reload time, recoil reduction. So that's what I use on the flying sentinels, and when it comes to the dogs, the walkers, and the minotaur looking things, that's where the plasma launcher with a few modules on it, and then we've obviously got the paralysis mortar, which is huge. So when I'm firing, you know, I'll fire a paralysis mortar and then I'll follow it up with a few of those until they start moving, and then I go paralysis mortar again, and then I follow it up with a few more, and then paralysis mortar again. And, you know, so I'm just freezing them in place. They're not doing any damage to me. You can mostly ignore the damage that the smaller sentinels are doing. Realistically, the one enemy that's going to give you the most damage is going to be the dog. It's going to be the one that starts showing up at tier 3. That little dog with his laser, you need to keep an eye on that. If you suddenly see your health starting to drop, it means that the dog's got his laser on you. So turn around, paralyze him, fire 3 or 4 plasma launcher shots at him, and boom, he's dead. And you're all good to go. But it's movement is key, and be sure to keep picking up those green things that they dropped, because they recharge your shields and they refill your ammo. So it's very important to... You can shoot them, you can mine them, or you can just walk up to them and hold square, or whatever it is the button input would be for Switch. So just whatever that is to interact with something, you know. For me it's square for everything. But just keep moving. Just keep moving. And if you have liberal use of the plasma launcher and the paralysis mortar, you'll be fine. I don't really bring those out until I'm fighting the dog, the minotaur, and the sentinel walker. But you saw the sentinel walker fight. He didn't get a single shot on me. And then once you've killed him, you just mop up the last few sentinels, and boom, the sentinels are deactivated. And that's for like 24 hours, like real life hours. It tells you, you know, they found the nest and you can interact with that, but I don't need to. You know, I've disabled the sentinels. They are no longer a problem. Which is a really particularly useful thing to do on an aggressive sentinel world, because, you know, if you don't do that, they will hound you relentlessly. And that's how it used to be. It used to be, you know, you'd kill the walker and it'd be like, oh no, you've killed the walker, what should we do? guess we bring in another walker and a bunch more sentinels. Oh, you've killed that one. Well, okay, another walker and it's just ongoing forever. You'd have to lose them. And the same goes within your ship. If you get in a wanted level and you decide to run away in your ship, obviously it will summon a ship, and you can normally outrun them and lose them, and it's fine. But sometimes it's, you know, if you're better at the ship combat than on the on-ground combat, then kill the ship, then kill another ship, then kill 2 ships, then kill 3 ships, then kill a dreadnought. It's a pretty intense space battle. But also another thing to bear in mind, 155. $211. Okay, it's not that big of a difference, but my damage potential on here is 211 on this big thing with all the guns on it. God, do any of these... you have aquajets, don't you? Yeah, you do. You're a better example. Right. This guy. Damage potential 359. And then... obviously my bigger bow is the lowest one, with the damage potential of a lot less. 150. It's got less than half the damage potential. I'll tell you now, that one will get through a fight a lot faster than that one will. Which doesn't make sense, but it's how it is. Well, it does make sense. Enemy ships spawn at your level, so your damage potential and your shield strength and things like that determines the strength of the enemy that you're fighting. So, oh, hello, nice. So if you go in with a amazing ship with loads of damage potential, yeah, you will get through the fights pretty well, but the fights could potentially take longer. The enemies might take a bit longer to kill. Whereas in your shitty little starter ship that's not got a lot of damage potential, you'll probably find you actually do alright. Because the enemies you're facing are pretty weak. Yeah, getting a couple of those. I mean, I am using the ultimate bait to do it. Just give you an idea of exactly. I mean, I turned on free crafting to do it, but we'll do it in here. So if I wanted to make one of these, I would need 2 amino chambers, 3 iron batteries, and 3 lubricant. So let's just say I wanted to make, let's say I didn't have them, let's say I wanted to make 2 amino chambers, well, 3 iron batteries, so I'd need 30 cobalt and 15 ferrite dust for a start. And then amino chambers, what do they require? God, it's been a while since I've made one of those. Amino chamber. I need 3 of them as well, don't I? Hang on. I need 2 of them. So I'd need 2 metal plating. So I have to make 2 metal plating. So that I could then make 2 amino chambers, as well as 40 chlorine and 50 condensed carbon. And then I need 3 lubricant. And it's like, well, okay, what do I need to make lubricant? Oh, that's right. 50 fecium and 400 gamma root. Sorry, 150 fecium and 1200 gamma root. Which you can only get in certain biomes, or you can grow it. So then you gather all those resources,
1,200 gamma root. That takes a minute, I'll tell you that much, unless you've built the farm specifically to grow it. And once you've got all that together, then you can make the bionic lures. But I just turned off crafting costs for a minute and crafted 500 of the fuckers, because why not?
I know the grind. I could easily do the grind. Maybe I don't want to do the grind. Oh shit, I need to so that's from the radioactive planets. That's where you get the uranium. Uranium and gamma root from radioactive planets. You get fungal mold and ammonia from like toxic planets. You get star bulb and copper or indium or whatever from not the indium, that wouldn't be the right one. Paraffinum, whatever it's called. From cold planets you get dioxide, frost crystals. From hot planets you get selenium and phosphorus pyrite. Yeah, from gas giants you get crystallized helium and activated quartzite. Waterworld you get lithium and probably more dark side if I'm honest. Yeah, that's a good place to get them. Good place to get them. Huh. That's another thing. Uranium. So, Starship launch fuel. Your launch thruster. You can use uranium instead of Starship launch fuel, and I highly advise it. I mean, obviously, have one of these when you can get it. The launch auto charger. Have the oh, I haven't even got those on. Okay, let's have the efficient thruster. We'll throw that on as well. So you've got an efficient thruster, and if you got both of those on, you'll probably never ever need Starship launch fuel. But it's more of a faff to make Starship launch fuel than it is to just use like 12 uranium or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? It's not a lot. I mean, look, how long ago is it? Jesus Christ. Well, there you are. That tells you. These are listed in the order that I've used them. Obviously, I just crafted. That's the most recent thing I crafted, and before that I crafted that, and before that I crafted that, and then I made some of those. And right down at the bottom, I mean, Jesus Christ, we've got Heart of the Sun, Modified Quanta, Novae Reclaimant, all of that. My fishing rig. It's been that long since I've crafted Starship launch fuel. Essentially, I've never crafted Starship launch fuel. On this account. Because you don't need to. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't be a dick. Oh my god. On the rig. Thank you. Right. Yeah, I thought I had one of those before. Didn't have one of those. Didn't have one of those. Did have some of those. Loads of those. None of these are new. Oh, that's new. That's new. That's not new. Okay, so you go there. You go there. But one thing I recommend, anytime there's a material you need or you want to know how to acquire, just Google No Man's Sky and then the name of that material, and on the wiki for that material it'll tell you where to get it, how to get it, and more importantly the specific refinery things that you can use to acquire it, like, you know, the thing I was doing with the indium and the chromatic metal and the gold and the silver and that kind of stuff. Like, I know that if I use lithium and quartzite together I get crystallized helium, and if I use quartzite and crystallized helium together I get lithium, for example. Oxygen and chromatic metal are the doublers. There's a lot of things that you can add to oxygen and it will double it. And oxygen's very easy to get your hands on. Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of resources that you can duplicate. So, like, even if you've got the resource but you haven't got enough, like... what's a good example? Uranium, that would be a good example because we were just talking about it. Let's do that. So you've got some uranium but you haven't got enough. So I'd open up the wiki, scroll down. Okay. Yeah, so... or you haven't got uranium. So some phosphorus and ferrite dust gives you uranium. Crystallized helium and ferrite all give you different amounts of uranium. Gamma root and salt gives you uranium. Radon and ferrite dust, or pure ferrite, or magnetized ferrite. Yeah. And then, like, phosphorus, probably the other way around if I'm going to guess. Can already see it. Selenium and salt, dioxide and ferrite dust. Methane and hydrogen. Yeah, most things there's ways to get it beyond just how you've got it, kind of thing. Like hazard protection, you know, dioxide for cold.
Technology recharge.
Didn't the blizzard just end? I swear I just... okay. Crystallized helium you can only get on gas giants. Phosphorus you'll get from the hot planets. And radon. So nitrogen, sulfurine and radon. You would go around with your gas survey module. Okay, so right now I'm 372 away from a concentrated gas cloud, a C class 1. Let's see, I'm on a cold planet, so it would probably be, I think it's radon on the cold planet. You get nitrogen from the lush planets, like the tropical planets, the paradise planets. And you get you'd get sulfurine from the cold, and it's cold and toxic, and then you get radon from the other two, from hot and radioactive, I think. I can tell you on my other account because I've got them set up, the farms. I mean, you saw them, the gas farms that I set up. So I've got 3 bases in one system that I can just teleport between the 3 of them and pick up. Every time I go there I get 3,000 nitrogen, 3,000 radon and 3,000 sulfurine. So, like, I highly advise what the hell? Finding like a paradise planet is a good way to learn how to get through a lot of the systems and the mechanics of this game. Or at least a lush planet or something like that. But, like, you know, if you've got your Corvette drive along low to the ground, and whilst you're holding R2, push down and go across to the autopilot and put maintain course, and then you can walk onto the back of your ship, and it's just moving along of its own accord. It won't crash into anything, it will fly over things to avoid them, and you can just be scanning the whole time that you're moving. You can be looking for a gas hotspot or a mineral hotspot or an electric hotspot, if that's what you're looking for at that time. And just keep going until you find one that's like an A or an S, and then just set up some gas extractors. And also, once you get a settlement to productivity, you can have them produce radon or sulfurine or nitrogen. They're just like the air, atmosphere gases, atmospheric processes, things like that you can use, and gas extractors. Like, I've got a 30 million chance. Can I put one of those up on here? No, portable refiner. Yeah, no. Thought I'd have a look. But yeah, a good thing to do on a paradise planet would just be wander around picking up salvage data. You can never have enough of those. You need hundreds of them to learn all the things, but you know, there's a lot of shit that I can build that's really useful in my base. So get all the technologies, get the some of the more useful things like the ore extractor and the gas miner and all this kind of stuff. They cost like 10 salvage data each. Ah, that's a good angle. Using the colour of the ship to more clearly see the colour of the line. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, take that to the anomaly. Get learning. And also nanites, because the technology people at the anomaly, they've got all the things you need to learn. The plasma launcher, that's from the anomaly. All of this stuff. The recharger, you learn that from the anomaly. You learn that from the anomaly. You learn the aquajets from the anomaly. I learnt the delimiter from the anomaly, and the phase beam. All of these you learn from the anomaly. So if you're in the room that Nada and Paolo are in, just go straight forward. Well, it's the same place that you spend your salvage data. Serene, she does the exosuit stuff, I think. No, she's the ships. I don't know. Okay, I think it's the ships actually for her.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
All right, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. Always appreciated. Head back to my. Holy fuck! I got a lot of fish to release. Let's. Hold on to him. we'll do these 20 garlic lures, and then we're gonna switch to some mealworms to make some. Not getting much in the way of common fish at the moment, which, you know, not a bad thing because they're easy to catch, but the lures are kind of outpacing them. I think it's like a plus 96% rarity, so it's actually pretty rare to get a green fish with it.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Oh, you've got away, you bastard. Jinx it or anything, we seem to be having this weird thing where never mind. I literally started to say the words and the game's like, yeah, but no. I thought my skiff is remained. Let's say my skiff is remaining pretty solid. And then it started going mental. I need to sort my inventory out a bit as well because I've got a lot of oh wait, did I put the wrong one in? Oh, that's not what I meant to put in there. Oh, that's what I meant to put in there, but it won't let me do it. Alright, yeah. Shit, let me release the fish. As much as I've only got one off. I've got 4 of.
Weather update. Storm clearing. protection falling. Ground protection falling. Technology recharge.
Okay, how are we doing for cold fish? I think we found the cold ones. Okay, so you're lesbian. Okay, so shallow water, common, daylight, deepest, common. We've only got one legendary to find, so that's pretty cool. So one legendary, deepest water, common catch, daylight, and then shallow. Get a bit closer to well, that's you. That's one of them. Shallow water, daytime. And that's it, isn't it? And then the legendary. Going closer to land, potentially dealing with sentinels. Just trying to see if there's like a small piece of land I could use. Don't necessarily want to be on land, but I want to be close to land. Interesting. So the only land we've got around here is like, so I've got more sloped. the land is. I'm trying to find land that's like sloped down into the water, do you know what I mean? Rather than a sheer drop into the water. It appears to be all sheer drops. I can be lucky and fish on an area that's shallow. Does it look particularly shallow? That looks fairly shallow, if I'm brutally honest. It's deeper than anything I've fished so far. 66. 57. 57. 68.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Alright, well we'll wait for the storm to pass.
Wonder if I can use that thing that's sticking out of the water to affect the depth. Maybe.
There it is. See, already they look like smaller fish. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I could potentially use that to my advantage, but we'll see. See, yeah, that looks like a tiny fish you're about to catch. It's always the odd one out, unless it's all the same, then you know what you're going to get. But I know I'm going to get the little guy. It's got to be a small fish. Small, yeah. Okay, so fishing around about this area, we're getting...
Yeah, that's going to be a medium, I think. daytime's coming. We do need a daytime fish. There's potential. There's potential that I can use that plant or mineral, whatever the fuck it is. Mineral, yeah, even better, mineral.
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Alright. Calm yourself. Or will that be the predator if there's one here?
Units received. Units received. Units received.
Not seeing any red dot, but there was one moving about pretty quick.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Weather update. Storm clearing. Extreme temperature detected.
Yeah. Looking for a small common fish, so I should be able to find that here.
Technology recharge.
finding the fish that you find in all the biomes. It's like, come on, it's cold as shit. Find the cold as shit fish. Oh shit, we're getting a bit close. 38. It's just you and it. Frost scale trout. And then the legendary guy is large.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Right, was there anything else unique about it? It was just yeah, shallow waters. Right shape, wrong fish. It's the same sort of model as that, but smaller and the frozen version.
clearing.
The 2 fish I have left are a common one and a legendary one. Okay. Didn't say anything about shallow water for him, did it? It's just generally get smaller fish in shallow water. So maybe he's not trying this to get him.
Technology recharge.
Too shallow here.
Extreme water temperature detected. Extreme water temperature detected.
Did the storm just start and it didn't remember to tell me?
Extreme water temperature detected. Extreme water temperature detected. Extreme water temperature detected.
It was small, wasn't it? Specifically small. Yeah. Yeah, shallower water. So I'm fishing in the right place. Getting it. him? No, it was a frost. What was it? Oh my god. Yeah, frost scaled trout. This guy
Extreme night
should be
temperature
pretty easy to
detected.
catch, but this seems to be the case.
Incoming storm. Thermal protection falling. Extreme water temperature detected.
Recycling the same small fish, but not the one common small fish that I'm looking for. Goddamn sentinels just shown up.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Well, why did you spawn, you prick? Why?
Extreme night temperature detected.
Well, I'm gonna trust that those things are going to catch that fish that I'm looking for, so we're going to put on some legendary bait and try and get this legendary fish that's remaining. These are large ones, so out in the water, nice and deep. Hey, Mr. Campbell, how you doing? Yeah, 46 is about what I'm getting out of this. Oh, 58, nice. Where's Mr. Sentinel? Oh shit, okay. I'm doing alright, yeah, just catching fish and hanging out on an extreme planet. We've got a nice double whammy, we've got sentinels and weather, so that's nice. I'm out in the middle of the ocean, I've been here for a while and it's finally decided, do you know what? Let's spawn a sentinel out in the middle of the ocean with him. Thanks game. Just keeping an eye on him because I'd really rather not get into aggro. I mean, you know, I could just find some land, kill sentinels till stage 5 is cleared and not have to worry about them, but I've already done that once today. Fuck off with your typically found in shallow water bullshit. I'm trying to go deep water. Hanging around here because I need... Wait, has he actually gone far enough away that he's not even on my radar? Hell yeah. Innit? Well, at least you can now complete them, kind of thing, rather than just, oh, if you killed a walker, better send another walker, you know? And just keep going until you actually lose them. I mean, this is an aggressive sentinel planet as well. That's why I'm wary of where he is. Yeah, kill on sight. 79, where was that 58? It was that way, wasn't it? 60, hell yeah.
Ground protection falling.
Get all these nice features, but I've caught all the fish on this biome apart from two, a common one and a legendary one. And it's like, don't get why I haven't caught the common one. Oh, here comes the sun.
Extreme temperature detected.
Extreme temperature detected. Extreme. That's why I'm here.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
11? What? Get that 11 nonsense out of my face. 36. That's not going to tell me. Doublecast. Yeah, I can't see the line. There it is. Generally didn't think that would stop me from fishing. Just realised the front of the ship kind of looks a bit like a Gek, doesn't it, from this angle? I'm doing this because during a storm it's hard to see the colour of the line, which is one of your main indicators as to when to pull. But using the side of the ship as a contrast, it's quite easy to see. Red, green. Where are you now, you little bugger? You're pretty close. Right. This side. It works well there though. So we get some weird angle there. Got a few of those. Pretty common. Fuck, you're closer than I thought. Way up. Nothing to see here, Orificer. Nothing to see here. You are not. You're not going to breach my rights. You're not allowed on my ship without my permission. Get to fuck.
Warning. Sentinel drones activated.
I'm sorry. What now? Fuck the Sentinels. I can fish from inside my ship during a storm. What?
I think I've just revolutionised fishing.
Weather update. Storm clearing. Extreme temperature detected.
I can fish from inside my ship. That right there is what we call fucking funny. Anything out of that?
Extreme temperature detected.
Stop finding the deep stuff.
Extreme temperature detected. Technology recharge.
So if I can... Well... Okay, we need to find some deeper water, that's what we need to do. But also some shallower water, I don't know. I mean, this helps. It's not that deep, is it? Ah. I need one of those, don't I? What can I put there?
Weather update. Storm clearing. Extreme temperature detected.
Feels a bit homier in here. And of course we can just fish from inside. It's just absurd.
Extreme night temperature detected.
Anyway, this isn't getting me my extreme exposure. Where is there anything around here that I can use to create fake shallowness? There is bits over there. There's one over there as well. Okay. really like to catch this common fish. So I get him done, then I can just focus on deep water. But the fact that I've got one in shallow water and one in, I mean, you get large fish in deeper water, you know. And the last legendary I need is a large fish, so getting the common one that hangs out in shallow water would be really fucking useful. I can just focus on the legendary. Common fish. Shallower water. I mean, I can't get much more shallow than this. I've got it 0.3. Like knee height on my gag.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Yeah, I mean, that's all the details of the other fish I'm looking for. Exactly that, but just a different fish. Small, abundant in numbers, found in shallow water. So why can't I fucking catch it?
Extreme water temperature detected. Now protection falling.
Where the fuck is my ship? There it is.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Just gonna alternate between those two locations. I'm getting hungry, so I'm probably gonna call it soon. Got a football game to watch in a couple of hours, less than that. And then I'll be back later on this evening with Ghost of Tsushima.
protection falling. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to call it there for now. Got a few traps out so we can maybe get that common fish, maybe. Yeah, I'll be back. It'll be a few hours. I'll be back later this evening with some Ghost of Tsushima. But for now, I'm out. Thanks.